What if the age on your driver's license is a complete lie? What if deep inside you, your vital organs are aging twice as fast as you are, like they're in some kind of bizarre biological time warp? Well, buckle up, because that's not the plot of a sci-fi movie. A 2025 health alert, based on some wild new science, has unmasked a hidden enemy. An internal fat that's literally strangling your organs and flooding your body with chemicals that hit the fast forward button on aging. And the scariest part? It can be hiding in people who look perfectly slim and healthy. This is the real story of visceral fat, and what you're about to learn could hand you back years of your life. Meet the silent squatter in your belly. Most of us think of fat as the stuff you can pinch, the stuff we stare at in the mirror and make promises to get rid of after the holidays. That's called subcutaneous fat. But the real villain, the one we're talking about today, is a completely different beast. It's visceral fat, and it's hiding deep inside your abdomen, setting up shop around your most important organs, like your liver, pancreas, and intestines. Think of this fat less like a soft, fluffy pillow and more like a toxic, angry little factory that never closes. It's metabolically active, which is a fancy way of saying it's a full-time troublemaker pumping out harmful gunk 24/7. For decades, we've been obsessed with BMI, the body mass index. But here's the hot take from the latest science. BMI is a terrible boyfriend. It's a flaky, often misleading predictor of your actual health. You can be skinny fat, rocking a normal BMI, while your insides are a raging dumpster fire of visceral fat. This is the core of the 2025 Health Alert. The amount of this hidden internal fat, not the number on your bathroom scale, is one of the best predictors of how quickly you're aging internally. What makes this stuff so nasty is its location. It's constantly leaking inflammatory signals and fatty acids right into your portal vein, the VIP expressway straight to your liver. This creates a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that experts call metaflammation. It's like a tiny, angry troll is running around inside you, starting small fires everywhere. It messes with your hormones, sabotages your insulin sensitivity, and basically makes your organs feel like they're working in a hostile environment. This isn't about fitting into your old genes. It's about whether your heart at age 45 is already clocking in at 65. So what's this groundbreaking new science? A massive 2025 study in the European Heart Journal just spilled all the tea. Scientists got nosy with the data from over 21,000 people using fancy MRI scans and AI to calculate their biological heart age by looking at stuff like blood vessel stiffness and how the heart physically moves. And the results were, well, yikes. The single biggest thing that predicted whether someone had a heart that was biologically older than their actual age was the amount of visceral fat they had. It was a better predictor than BMI, total body fat, or anything else. Simply put, the more visceral fat you have, the older and rustier your cardiovascular system is, no matter what your birth certificate says. The study also found some key differences between men and women. For the guys, having that classic apple-shaped body with a beer belly was a one-way ticket to a prematurely old heart. For women, the situation's a bit more complex. Fat stored on the hips and thighs, the pear shape, actually seemed to offer some protection, probably because of how hormones influence where fat gets stored. Thanks, hips. But the dangerous effects of that deep belly fat? Totally universal. This whole aging process is fueled by inflammation. Visceral fat spews out these pro-inflammatory molecules with comic book villain names like interleukin-6 and TNF-alpha. This puts your body's defense system on permanent high alert, leading to wear and tear on a cellular level. This inflammation is a direct line to insulin resistance, step 1 on the road to type 2 diabetes, and funky cholesterol levels that clog up your arteries. Your liver gets swamped, leading to fatty liver disease. It's a chain reaction, and it's not a problem for future you. It's happening right now, silently adding years to your organs. Okay, take a deep breath. The good news is you can totally fight back. Visceral fat is a very active tissue, which means it responds incredibly well to lifestyle changes. So here's your 5-step battle plan to cool off that internal fire, reset your metabolism, and start clawing back your biological age. Step 1, the fiber first rule. Your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become a fiend for soluble fiber.
Think of soluble fiber as your gut's bouncer. It travels through your system, grabs onto fats and sugars, and politely, but firmly, escorts them out of the building. Even better, it feeds the good bacteria in your gut, which then produce awesome little things called short-chain fatty acids that fight inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. Aim for at least 30 grams of fiber a day, focusing on soluble sources. That means more avocados, Brussels sprouts, beans, flax seeds, and oats. A simple switch like starting your day with oatmeal and flax seeds can make a massive difference in your fight against this internal squatter. Step 2. Upgrade your workout with HIIT and strength training. Look, a long, slow jog is nice, but if you want to specifically hunt down visceral fat, you need to get strategic. Science has two favorite weapons for this fight: high-intensity interval training, HIIT, and strength training. HIIT is all about short bursts of frantic, all-out effort followed by a quick breather. Think 30 seconds of sprinting like you're being chased by a bear, then 60 seconds of walking. Repeat. This kind of workout torches calories, revs up your metabolism, and seems to preferentially burn visceral fat for fuel. Strength training is your other secret weapon. Lifting weights builds lean muscle, and muscle is your metabolic best friend. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn just sitting on the couch watching TV. Muscle tissue actively pulls sugar out of your bloodstream, making it way less likely to get stored as fat. One study found that strength training was a rock start reducing visceral fat. A mix of 2 to 3 days of strength training and 2 days of HIIT is a scientifically backed recipe for melting that hidden fat away. Step 3. Master the when, not just the what. You've probably heard of intermittent fasting, and its power against visceral fat is the real deal. When you go for a while without eating, say a 14 or 16-hour window overnight, your body's insulin levels take a nosedive. Low insulin is the secret password that tells your body, okay, time to stop storing fat and start burning it. And guess which fat it loves to burn first? The easily accessible, metabolically active visceral fat. A super simple way to start is with a 12-hour fast. Finish dinner at 7 p.m. and don't eat again until 7 a.m. Boom, you did it. This gives your digestive system a break, lowers inflammation, and lets your body dip into its fat stores for energy. This isn't about starving yourself. It's about giving your body's cleaning crew a dedicated shift to do its job. Step 4, the protein and healthy fat swap out. To win this fight, you've got to change the ingredients you're using. It's time to prioritize protein and healthy fats over refined carbs and sugars. Protein is a triple threat. It makes you feel fuller, so you're less likely to raid the fridge. Your body burns more calories just digesting it. And most importantly, it gives you the building blocks to create that calorie-burning muscle we just talked about. At the same time, you need to embrace healthy fats from things like olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish like salmon. These fats are anti-inflammatory and actually help you fight the damage visceral fat is doing. Swap sugary sodas for water, trade white bread for whole grain, and make sure every meal has a solid protein source. This tells your body to start burning fat for fuel instead of hoarding it. Step 5. Tame cortisol, the stress-fat connection. Finally, you cannot outrun a bad stress response. When you're constantly stressed, your body pumps out a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is basically a panic hoarder. It tells your body to store fat, and its absolute favorite place to stash it is deep in your belly as visceral fat. It also makes you crave sugary, fatty comfort foods, creating a vicious cycle of stress, bad eating, and more belly fat. This means managing stress isn't some fluffy, nice-to-have luxury. It's a critical weapon. Getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep is non-negotiable. Lack of sleep is a massive physical stressor that sends cortisol through the roof. Find a daily stress-reducing practice that you don't hate. It could be a 10-minute walk, meditating, some deep breathing, or just blasting your favorite music and dancing around your living room. By managing your stress, you're literally turning off the hormonal signal that tells your body to build this dangerous fat. So there you have it. The 2025 science has sent out a flare that hidden fat in your belly is a real jerk that's secretly aging your organs. But this isn't a scary bedtime story. It's a call to arms. You now know that your biological age isn't set in stone. By using these 5 steps, loading up on fiber, moving with purpose, minding your clock, upgrading your fuel, and telling your stress to take a hike, you can fight back. You have the power to cool that inflammation, evict that visceral fat, and turn the clock back on your internal organs. You can absolutely make your biological age younger than the number on your driver's license. If this video gave you a clear plan to take back control of your health, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Go take control and be well.